I hate to say that she has I mean, people usually act in character and they usually act on form. And if you look at her form is that she dumped her father, she dumped her first husband, she dumped her Canadian chef lover, she dumped Jessica Mulroney, she dumped the entire British royal family. So who is going to be next for the chop? I think inevitably, probably Prince Harry. And there'll come a time when she'll think that she doesn't need him. I don't know when she might make that particular call. Um, it's not for me to speculate, but she probably, she'll probably somehow put him in the wrong, and so that she can say that she's a wronged woman and he's just behaved like all the others, etc., etc. I mean, I don't think she ever admits that she is wrong about anything. But I feel very sorry for Prince Harry because I think he's in a very difficult place at the moment. I think he has been for some time. Well, I don't think that her projects have done Harry any good. I think what we saw the other day when he came over here and he was doing things with the Invictus Games, and when he went off to Africa, that is where his skills lie, in sort of being a member of the royal family, and certainly when he was a soldier, as Tina Brown pointed out, he did extremely well. The Invictus Games wasn't entirely his initiative, but he certainly was the one who made it famous and popular, and he's done an incredibly good job with it. What's strange about that is that the message, as far as I can read of Invictus, is you are not a victim. You are able to get on with life and you're able to make wonderful contributions, and he gets people going again. And yet, what has he done to himself, or what has he allowed to happen to himself? He's turned himself into a victim. I mean, he's always complaining about everything and how everybody's against him. And, there's interviews, Oprah Winfrey, Netflix, the book Spare. It's all a litany of poor little me complaints, which is terrible. It's very difficult to kind of work out exactly, what his view about it was. I mean, she if she hadn't come along, it wouldn't have happened. That's for certain. On the other hand, he is certainly complicit in it, and probably, well, my reading of it is that she detected that he was uncomfortable about certain things, and in a way, she exploited that and fed on it, and to the point that, of course, he definitely went willingly. I mean, he was definitely in on it, and we've seen him even in documentaries saying, sort of, here's the beginning of our new life kind of thing. And partly, I suspect he was thinking, there are great opportunities. I'm sure she persuaded him that there would be, and to some extent, I suppose living in a big mansion in Montecito in the lovely Californian weather with your children able to go down to the beach, and that's rather different from getting on with the job over here. But I think there's something rather awful about, it's a bit like if you're at school, you may not like your school very much, but you sort of get on with it. But if somebody comes along and says, "Hey, there's a gate over there. Have you thought about running away?" That makes you very unhappy. And then if you actually do it, you have to live with the consequences. And that's also very tricky.